dilapidated buildings, organizing the neighborhood groups, and making our neighborhoods a safer place. So the people here that are with me are part of this team. They're kind of quiet right now. They're lined up, almost looks like a police lineup, but they're all going out to California. And what we're asking you tonight to do is to watch us as we, for the first time on live TV, give our presentation, which we'll be giving in Oakland Friday at noontime before a jury of judges who will also not only hear from us but also hear from 30 other communities across the United States. Fitchburg is the only city in New England that was selected to be one of the finalists. I think the closest other state that was involved was New York and maybe Pennsylvania? New Jersey. New Jersey. We don't consider that a state anyway, so, but we'll be out there competing with places like Philadelphia and Lincoln, Nebraska, and other communities throughout the United States. But I think we feel, and everybody's going to nod, that we have a pretty good chance, if not better than 50-50, to bring back the All-American City status to our city for the work that the people in the city have done. So what we'd like to do is give you that first-time live presentation. That'll be beginning in about 15 to 20 seconds. There'll be a number of people speaking, and what you'll see in the background are some of the media clippings of the events that had happened here in the city. So all I need is a kind of a cue from the camera people when they think they're ready to go, and then we'll begin this presentation. Good afternoon. My name is Jeff Bean, and I'm the mayor of the City of Fitchburg. The City of Fitchburg is a city of about 41,000 people located in north-central Massachusetts. Designated as an All-American City back in 1970, Fitchburg has since been confronted with some very serious and potentially debilitating problems. Due to a slumping economy and high unemployment, a sense of hopelessness has set in among our citizenry. This has also led to an increase in what was one time considered the big city problems: youth violence, gang violence, urban disinvestment, abandonment, and widespread despair. At this point, the people of Fitchburg had two options. They could have closed their eyes and ignored the problems and hoped the city would be spared, or they could have admitted the problems were real and confronted them head on. We chose to do the latter of the two, and the successes of those efforts brings us here today to tell you the story, the Fitchburg story. It's a story about a diverse group of individuals who came together on common ground for a common cause in pursuit of a common dream for the betterment of the community. It's a story of ordinary people doing extraordinary deeds out of respect for each other and for the community. That's a story we're about to tell you. But before I begin, I should add a footnote to this, is that the people that are standing here with me did this not with an award in mind. That was really an afterthought. They did it because it was the right thing to do. They knew that by working together, that they could make Fitchburg a safer, healthier, and better place to be. We've traveled here from the East Coast because winning this award is very important to us now. It will serve to reaffirm the importance of our work and the continued success of our endeavors. What I'd like to do right now is introduce Ed Tillinghouse from the Elm Street Neighborhood Association to continue on with that story. Ed?
Thank you. In the summer of 1991, our quiet working-class neighborhood, seemingly overnight, became a blighted, gang-infested area. Residents and passers-by were intimidated, threatened, and in one instance, dragged from an automobile and beaten. As a result, residents were moving out almost daily, abandoning their properties to drug dealers and gangs. In September of that year, a group of concerned residents, property owners, and city officials met to discuss the problem. The result was the formation of our Elm Street Neighborhood Association, of which I became president. Of being somewhat cynical of city government and politicians, I fully expected to not only do battle to save our neighborhood from its rapid deterioration due to the gangs and drug dealers, but also to have to fight City Hall in securing their assistance in undertaking this endeavor. You can imagine my surprise when, instead of being met with resistance and empty promises, we were actually embraced by the newly formed Mayor's Housing Task Force, which was made up of police, fire, building, health, and community development officials. Apparently, they were aware of the problem and were searching for a way to address it. We then struck an alliance and set out to identify as a community where the problems were and what resources were required to halt the destruction and deterioration. Abandoned properties were identified, some were demolished, and others were rehabilitated and brought up to code standards. The effort has been one of neighbors coming together to get street lighting improved, blighted properties identified and demolished, stop signs and crosswalks installed, the neighborhood cleaned up, and improvements to our neighborhood park. It has been a long process of a neighborhood working together in partnership with city government to make a difference. It really works. And now I'd like to introduce Lee Andahar, President of the Green Acres Village Neighborhood Association.
Thank you very much. The city's Fitchburg First initiative was a real boost for the spirit of community. It encouraged our residents to show their support for their city. Some of us have really had it with those who predicted doom and gloom, the naysayers, and for all of those who had lost hope. We needed to initiate something to enhance Fitchburg's image. Among the projects started were the Main Street Artist Program, the neighborhood cleanups, and the Adopt an Island program. The Main Street Artist Program is simple yet very effective. All it took was getting two groups together, the owners of empty storefronts and artists looking for creative ways to display their work. Now, no one is making millions, but you feel better about walking down Main Street. The next two projects are of significant importance to me because that's when our neighborhood association of Green Acres Village came alive. What makes our cleanup different than past Fitchburg cleanups is that in addition to the more than 100 residents involved, banks, businesses, restaurants are all sponsoring us and donating food. Our local Department of Public Works works with us to make our efforts more effective. After we put away our brooms, bags, and rakes and change out of our sweaty clothes, it was time to add the frosting to the cake. No cleanup is complete without the planting of flowers. The Adopt an Island program is a simple concept, a great collaborative of city departments, local businesses, and neighborhoods working together to beautify Fitchburg. Imagine dull, gray, blacktop being transformed into colorful floral gardens. It is a small display of our resolve to make Fitchburg as nice a place to live, not for the doom and gloomers or the naysayers, but for ourselves, even when budget cuts and money problems interfere. Our efforts have been supported by the Fitchburg Safe and Healthy Neighborhood Coalition. Like a parent helping their toddler stand so she may take those first few steps, the Fitchburg Safe and Healthy Neighborhood Coalition was and is there for us. When we were taking our first steps and stumbled, the coalition was there offering support to us. Each time we reached an obstacle, they help us to overcome it. Whether we win or lose here in Oakland, we here at Green Acres Village and in Fitchburg are proud of our city and what we have accomplished. And now I'd like to introduce to you Joyce O'Coin.
The Fitchburg Safe and Healthy Neighborhood Coalition started in 1991 and is made up of people from schools, churches, police, media, businesses, youth groups, neighborhood organizations, city officials, healthcare providers, and social service agencies. The governing body is a steering committee that works through subcommittees, and the subcommittees are neighborhood organizing, economic development, public safety, health, youth, and diversity. Neighborhoods, once considered competitors, are now allies working together to improve the city. The Coalition's Public Safety Committee initiated the Pledge for Peace campaign. The campaign spanned 2 months. There were 64 events that were sponsored by 84 different organizations. The events were meant to draw attention to the city's escalating crime rate and to bring the people together to propose and implement solutions for the violence. One such activity was the Fitchburg Youth Commission's Walking Candlelight Vigil for Peace. 10 groups of youth and adults walked from their neighborhoods to City Hall. Over 200 people gathered to sing, cheer, and pledge in Spanish and in English to work for peace. Has the coalition made a difference? I think it has. I'm president of the South Fitchburg Neighborhood Association and co-chair of the Fitchburg Safe and Healthy Neighborhood Coalition. I've worked in my neighborhood for over 10 years, and before joining the coalition, I felt like we lived on an island with limited resources and growing problems. The association's connection with the coalition has increased membership. We now have Hispanic and white representation, as well as business people and property owners. A teen council has been formed, and teens are being trained to work with other teens in the neighborhood to identify and address their needs. Hope has been rekindled, and we're developing a stronger community spirit every day. I'd like to introduce Carolyn Dallas, the former chair of the Fitchburg Safe and Healthy Neighborhood Coalition.
Thank you. We in the City of Fitchburg have taken an aggressive stand on tackling the problems that plague our city. By improving the appearance of the city through a beautification program, we are restoring a sense of pride in our city. By working with landlords, residents, and businesses to rehabilitate and demolish properties that cause potential problems, we are restoring the foundation on which our city will grow. By starting a coalition that actively brings together all sectors of the community to tackle neighborhood and citywide problems, we are reclaiming the future for our city. This has been a long, hard, yet exciting time for us. It has not been easy, nor have we solved all of the problems that plague Fitchburg. The frustrations have been many, but we have persevered because of the shared vision that we have. The Fitchburg model is built upon the vision that by working together as a city, we can make a difference for our future. We come today proud, not because we planned all year for this event, but proud to be recognized and acknowledged for the efforts that we have done to ensure the future of our city.
Hello, my name is Jadira Garin, and I'm a freshman at Fitchburg High School. I want you to know that we all, the youth, the old, and all kinds of different people work together in our community. Youth in Fitchburg participate in city cleanups, Safe and Healthy Neighborhood Coalition, and community service programs. We marched for peace. I have been working hard to organize the Youth Council. These are just a few things that we've done for our city. I'm very proud that my community seeks our help. We still have much to do, but I have hope for the future, for me, for my peers, and for Fitchburg. Thank you.
That's the first time ever on TV, right? That we've done this, and that's the message we're going to bring to Oakland and to the judges. And I think after hearing this, I think the judges are going to look upon Fitchburg as a community that cares about what's going on and has people that are willing to work and overcome those problems. And that's from what I've seen from the All-American City Awards and what they've given us in the past. What they look for most is the people. The strength of the proposals is the people behind it. And I think we have that here with the people here together. So what I'd like to do is, if anybody's watching, and for all of you that are watching, not anybody, for all of you that are watching, my wife, kids, all the family members here, we actually have a phone line right here if you want to call in with some comments, if you think that there's something missing, or if you want to just ask some questions regarding the All-American City status, be happy to talk to you and to hear those comments. So, I don't know, we have Brian Angus who's here with us, who I'm going to put up here at the microphone, because Brian has never had an opportunity to speak to an audience for a very long time. But I was going to, Brian, give you a little bit more on the Safe and Healthy Neighborhood Coalition, just to give a background. Are we getting a call? Hello?
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Good.
This is Ron and Jimmy calling.
Council President, the acting mayor from Wednesday to Sunday.
But I just wanted to say you're doing an excellent job. The presentation was wonderful. And if I were a judge, Fitchburg would come in first.
Great.
And congratulations to all the participants.
Thanks, Ron. Thank you for calling. Bye-bye. Now, who's the expert how to do this? Okay. Ron also is going to be the mayor while I'm gone, so hopefully everything goes smoothly. But I was going to have Brian come up to tell you a little bit about the Safe and Healthy Neighborhood Coalition. Hey, Brian, if you don't mind. Just to give a little background. You could have
another perfect.
come on now, let's just be loose and
Can you tell we've never done this before?
see?
Now all you have to do is threaten him with a speech.
People person's here to speak. Hello?
Good evening. My name is Corinne Rivers. I'm a resident of on Marshall Street in Fitchburg, and I just happened to be passing through the channels tonight and came across your show.
A channel surfer.
Yes. Really enjoyed it. Thought the presentation was quite nice. Just wanted to express my gratitude for all the work that's been going on in Fitchburg and my appreciation to all your efforts.
Good. Thank you. And the Marshall Street is part of the Elm Street Neighborhood Association. I'm sure you know that.
Yes.
And I'm sure you've seen a lot of the changes that we've seen in that area in the past 2.5 years.
Definitely. I wish you all good luck.
Okay, did they show the headline, since we didn't see it, there was a headline at one time, Nightmare on Elm Street, I think 2 years ago.
I'm not sure that.
And that really captured what was happening on that street 2 years ago, before the neighborhood organization began organizing there and before we started tearing down some houses.
It was about the time I moved into the neighborhood. I've seen a lot of changes since then. I did think that your clippings were a nice touch to your presentation.
Most of them are going to probably be videos that were done in advance, and they had a lot of money. We, fortunately, didn't have a lot of money. We all had newspaper clippings, and we thought that it would add to the reality of the presentation, that we weren't fabricating anything, that, you know, what we were saying, we actually had factual information, where sometimes if you use video, you can obviously distort what was happening, and I think it's a unique way of making a presentation.
I thought it was a great idea.
Good. Well, thanks for calling, Corinne.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Anybody know the button mechanism? Anybody would feel free. Brian, you want to encourage another call, or? Hello.
Hi, I'm a young mother from Claygon. I live in the Hilltop area.
Oh yeah.
I would like to say I have noticed myself a big change in Claygon, even from just last summer. I mean, it is just like, you know, it is unbelievable. I see Carolyn and I see the lady from JV's. Hi. But I can say that I have, you know, I mean, as a young mother, you know, I have a baby that is growing up in Claygon, and, you know, I've seen such a big difference now. You can actually go down the street and not have to worry about somebody just clocking you over the head with something anymore. The streets are even empty now, which is a miracle for Claygon. You know, and I just want to say that I think you guys are doing a very, very good job, and keep up the good work, and even if it gets hard, don't give up, because we won't.
We're not going to give up.
I hope not.
Thank you very much. That's very encouraging for us.
You know, it's encouraging for us because, you know, we're young too, and if somebody doesn't take some kind of action, nobody is, you know, and
Yeah.
it's just hard. Carolyn, this is Melanie.
Oh, hi, how are you?
I'm good. So, you know, I just wanted to say that, you know, I'm with you guys all the way. You know, it's the more work, the better, because especially for the younger kids, if they grow up in this, where's the world going to go? You know, they're just going to go into the same stuff too. So I think you guys are doing a real good job, and thanks.
Thanks for
Thank you.
calling.
Okay.
Well, you know, it'd be nice if we could put that into part of that into the presentation. I think that, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's great.
Hello.
Hi, my name's Debbie, and I'm a resident of Green Acres Village, and I've been here for 7 years, and I have seen quite a difference. We started out with drugs in here, and now it's a very safe neighborhood, and I appreciate everything the mayor has done for us.
Thanks, Deb.
Hi, Lee.
Hey, I really appreciate hearing this, and I'm sure everyone else up here does too.
Yeah, it's a good neighborhood. No matter what anybody says, it's a great neighborhood.
That's right.
Okay?
Thank you very much for the call.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good job.
We're getting good at this. Hello.
I have a question.
Sure.
I'm a student from Fitchburg State College, and we helped out one of the Pledge for Peace programs. We helped clean that park right across the street from Aldershot Hall. And I just want to refer this to Dave Struck.
Dave?
No, it's just that I just thought that Fitchburg State College should just be spoken in on this because we did help out for one of the programs.
Oh, definitely. I was down there with my kids, and my kids are watching, I think, so thank you. I should have thanked them at the time.
Okay, well,
I'll
this is
thank them
just
now.
Tracy. I just thought I'd say
I thought you were going to ask me why the grass hadn't been mowed yet.
Thank you.
Okay.
But that's a good comment, and maybe in Joyce's presentation, when she talks about the Safe and Healthy Neighborhood Coalition, I don't know if you listed Fitchburg State College. You listed a number of organizations, and they were at that one. So that, I think that may be. Can we add that in? That wouldn't. There were a lot of colleges.
Hello.
Hello. Just out of curiosity, have you guys giving any recognition to the clients at the Lipton Center for going about helping out? I also have to say, I got to give you guys credit, and I wish you the best of luck, and I hope we get it. That's what I can say.
If you can hear me, we did have a clipping, and I'll have to look for it, of a story of somebody that worked at the Lipton Center that cleaned the Green Acres Park, and I'm not sure if that was in that, but we do have that, and yeah, that may be something that, again, we can add a few things. I think we have some time in, and I think adding the college and adding that, if it's important to people, then it might be something we want to do.
Well, like I said, I wish you guys the best of luck, and you better come home with it. That's all I got to say.
Thank you very much.
Take care and have a nice night.
Thanks for calling.
But I think those have been good comments, and that it wouldn't be much to add those to the presentation.
Hello?
Hi, this is Debbie Andujar. I'm calling to let you all know that I think we're already winners. I think with everything that's been done in Fitchburg, we're already proud of Fitchburg. It's just nice to have something to put up on the wall or a trophy or just saying, reaffirming, yes, we're winners. And I just want, wish you guys luck, and I think you're all doing a great job. And that's it.
Thank you. Maybe I'll buy you the gift you wanted.
Baby, though. We'd like to see that baby.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Debbie.
See, they had the, has anybody seen the clippings that they're talking about we're seeing?
We ran through them. Hello?
Hello, this is Lee's sister Ann, and I just wanted to say that when I'm a student at Worcester State College, and whenever I told my peers that I lived in Fitchburg, they often got a shock on their face and compared it to a lot of neighboring cities that weren't of the best quality. But now that's all changing, and it's really pleasant to be able to share with them that I live in Fitchburg, and I'm really proud of it. And when I leave Fitchburg, I'll still be proud of it. All the work it's doing and all that has come.
Thanks, Ann.
You're welcome,
We need
honey.
to hear that. We need to hear that a lot.
Yep.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye.
Hey, you want a gift too?
No, I'm okay. That's all right.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's true. I mean, the perception, the image is really important. It's been so negative for so long.
Hello?
Hello. My name is Kevin Cronin, and I'm calling about the West Fitchburg Playground up on Phillip Street. And I'd just like to say that nobody's been up there in a long time. And I give credit to you people who were up there last summer, but nothing's been done since last summer. There was a lady up here just today when I came home that was out there cutting the lawn, and she was the only person out there. And she gave us paint like 2 years ago to paint all the jungle gym and some white paint for the lines on the court. And I'd like to thank her. I don't know her name right off the top of my head, but if I thought about it, I'd probably know.
Kevin, thanks for speaking up about West Fitchburg. We are trying to organize adopt-a-park groups at each of the different parks, and I hope we can count on you for your help in taking over that park and looking after it.
Sure can.
Thanks.
Kevin, I was up there today looking at another thing. I did notice the grass was high, and last year there was a group of youth that helped out either last year or before, and Monty Tech helped build the backboards for the basketball courts.
Yep.
So there was an organization that was working up there, and hopefully once our summer help comes on with the park department, we can start maintaining it like the city, like we should as a city. And those employees should be coming on within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, and the rims up there are broken already again. And you know, I was out there today trying to get an old rim up, but couldn't get the broken ones down. So
If you want to give Jeff Jollymore a call at the park department tomorrow and let him know, and maybe we can help out. And Alan Toomley's been helpful too, the ward council. He worked with Monty Tech about getting the rims originally.
all right.
Thanks for calling,
Kevin,
Kevin.
what did you think of the presentation?
Not too bad.
Thank you. Thanks for
Jeff's
calling.
number is 345-9572.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yep.
Let's start a talk show.
I know, you didn't do that. I don't know what you begin to...
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hello, I got a question for the mayor.
Sure.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, This is AJ. My name is AJ. I got a question. I think Fitchburg would be much better if the police would stop harassing the young youth walking down the street. We can't even walk down the street without a police officer coming up to us. Oh, what you doing in the street? What's your problem? What you doing out here? I think if we had our freedom to walk and to be ourselves in Fitchburg, I think Fitchburg would be much more better and there'd be more less violence.
Thanks, AJ.
Because there's a lot of anger inside a lot of the youth in Fitchburg. Thank you.
Thanks, AJ. One of the things we're trying to do is with the community policing program to get policemen to be more oriented to the neighborhoods and walking around getting to know people. And unfortunately what they're doing now is because of the lack of manpower, they're going from one call to another and they don't have the time to do community policing. But as soon as we have the 9 or 7 that are at the academy now come back, we'll institute community policing. Hello?
Yep. Oh, must have cut him off. I think I have to do monitor for the police.
Hello?
Hello. You there?
Yeah, we didn't. That was Ed trying to.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. When are we going to stop sweeping downtown every week and hit the other areas of Fitchburg?
They're now, I saw a sweeper in West Fitchburg. I was up at the Phillips Street Playground, and there's a sweeper up on Sanborn Street today. So I believe they're in that area of the city currently. They're trying to, there's only 2 sweepers, so it takes a while to do the whole city.
I know, but they're doing downtown once a week.
They do that on the way in. A lot of that is as they go in, they do the main street.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for calling. I guess what we're trying to look for, too, is we'll have to do another show where the mayor comes here and answers questions. But we're trying to get comments on the All-American City status, and if anybody has any suggestions that they want to include in the presentation. Good evening.
Hello, yes, my name's Reyes R.C. I used to live at Green Acres Village for 17 years, and I recommend Lee did an excellent job. He made it safe for us living there and everything, and I also like to make a comment on that about the Fitchburg youth growing up and leaving us, leaving them alone and letting them do what they want. Well, since the cops did leave you guys alone for a long time, you guys destroyed all the parks, and now our parents and uncles and aunts or whatever are fixing what we did. So you guys are doing an excellent job, and Lee, I see you smiling there. So all you guys, I recommend you guys all and bring it all home, all right?
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Ray. No problem.
What we should do is introduce some of the people that didn't speak. We have Virginia Wood with Max, and Whistle is her nickname, is the community organizer from the planning department who helped prepare the grant and has been working with the neighborhood associations. Have Punky Clayton Cross, who's with the Luck Crisis Center, also the co-chairperson, I can get this, co-chairperson of the Saving of the Neighborhood Coalition. Hello? Hello?
I hope we don't cut you off.
That's right in time toward making Fitchburg a better community.
We missed the first part. Could you start again?
Yeah, I'd like to commend everyone that's up there today in making Fitchburg a better community.
Thank you very much. Thanks for calling.
As far as the presentation goes, I thought it went very well, and at first I thought that many people who were talking were too many, but the way it was transitioned from one speaker to another was very well, and I thought that the presentation overall went better than I expected. So I'd like to commend everyone and congratulate you all.
We needed to hear that part. We don't know how we look.
We're warm and sweaty.
The lights are hot.
Well, best of luck to all of you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks. Well, we could be here for quite a while, huh?
Well, at least we have an audience.
Punky is the co-chairperson of the Safe and Healthy Neighborhood Coalition with Joyce, and I don't know if you wanted to say anything. We'll make our way down, and then, or I'll introduce everybody. Debbie Gagne is with the Claygon Neighborhood Association, and do you have a new name, or is that the same name?
Ward 2.
Ward 2. And Dave Streb from the Planning Department. We have Genevieve Guerra, is that correct? I don't get that right. From the Fitchburg Experience Center. And Brian Angus, who's been dying to talk up here. The Safe and Healthy Neighborhood Coalition. So kind of leave it go. I mean, I'd like to have people kind of speak up and do whatever they want to do.
Plug it back in.
Why don't you handle that?
Hello? Hello? Not anymore. is on this one. Yeah, we got it. Sorry.
You have to make that like
Try again.
The monitor comes on.
This one?
There we go.
Box.
Hello?
Hi there. I'm Judy Porter of the Disability Commission that we got going here now in Fitchburg. We're going to do a lot of things. We're going to be very accessible, even more so than what we are now. And also, I have to put it in the good word for Fitchburg High School and B.F. Brown. I'm wheelchair bound, and believe me, whenever I needed help, they were there. Very strong help and very good people and very good dynamite students. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling. Thank you. Now, that made me think. I was thinking about, we said it was a very, we'll reach out to everybody, and I don't know if we put in there about the Disabled Committee, Disabilities Committee. Maybe is that something we should put in there or not, or to make sure that, it shows that we put everybody?
So it should be a question we should be prepared to answer.
Yeah. I know in the Youth Commission, we have, what's the gentleman's name?
Lee?
No.
Yeah.
Who's the boy in the Youth Commission in the wheelchair?
Hello?
Oh, Hector.
Hector.
Hello?
Sound like they had their TV on at the same time they called. But Hector, Youth Commission.
I'm going to hang here. Hello?
Yeah, I'd like to know about the stabbing at Memorial Junior High today.
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know. He hung up.
You serious?
He hung up.
Was he serious?
I don't know.
Not that I know about.
I think we would have heard about it. Hello?
Yes, I'm serious. There was a stabbing today, and I'd like to know what the mayor plans to do about stuff like this, as far as we're supposed to be all getting together with the kids, and here we all have a stabbing in the junior high school.
Who's this? I didn't get your name.
My name's Rick.
Rick? It's first I've heard of it. Nobody here behind me, not that, I don't know if anybody kids, but I just came from a school committee meeting, and there's no word of it there, so...
It just came over the police scanner that they're investigating it right now.
Well, as far as I know, Memorial, there's a school committee meeting, so there wasn't, if it just happened...
Well, it happened at 10:30 this morning.
Oh, okay. It hasn't been brought to my attention. So until we have the details, Rick, it's really hard to comment on it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Thanks. Now, what do you think? We all set to go? We did okay. I think we'd like to see the presentation at some point.
Yes. Hello?
We didn't include the dogs, I think she said. I couldn't hear her. So, I guess that's it. Well,
Actually, I think it should be the last call, and then we'll...
yeah.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
They're frantically gesturing about something.
Yeah. We can't sit. I guess we're gonna... John Giannetti, John isn't out here, but John, if you could come out for a second, John.
Come out and take this phone call.
John, come on out. Come on out.
John has been the one that spent an awful lot of time
This guy's worked like a...
day and night putting together the video and the slide presentation. So,
John's already...
John. So, I guess you said you'll have it ready before we get on the
Yeah,
plane?
we will. It was a little slicker than it did tonight.
So.
And I'm sure some people will come up with some suggestions that it's awesome.
So we're anxious to kind of watch it, so we'd like to leave you with, we'll be back in touch with you folks. We're coming back Sunday, really Monday morning at 2 in the morning. We'll be arriving in Fitchburg. We should know Saturday night, probably about 9 o'clock Saturday night. We'll notify the local media as soon as we find out, no matter what the situation is, whether we are a finalist, whether we are a designated All-American City or not. We're a finalist, and I think we're all very proud of that fact, and go to Oakland happy and dissatisfied being a finalist, because it really is a tribute to our work. So we'll let you know as soon as we hear, and thank you for your encouragement and your calls and your comments, and we'll see you when we get back. Right? Anybody else?
No?
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't forget your speeches. Speeches.